how do I start Nutrisystem, Catherine? Well, are you excited, nervous, cautiously optimistic? Do these words describe the way that you're feeling now that your first Nutrisystem order has been delivered to your door? Well, if so, it's totally normal to be filled with nervous excitement. After all, the arrival of your first Nutrisystem box signifies the official step towards a healthier lifestyle. So just take a moment and give yourself a pat on the back, maybe do a little happy dance and call some of your friends and let them know what you're doing. But before we jump right into it, I just want to let you in on a special gift that I have for you. If you're here today wondering if Nutrisystem might be right for you, you can try it risk-free for 14 days and for 50% off. Just click the link in the description below for your unique savings and get 50% off any of the Nutrisystem plans. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. If you haven't already, we invite you to click that little subscribe button and the little notification bell right next to it so that you'll be notified every time I upload new content here on this channel. If you're new here, I'm Catherine. I'm very glad that you're here. I'm a certified mental health coach and author, and this is a place of encouragement and support to be the healthiest version of yourself inside and out. That includes mind, body, and spirit. I have been on a mission to be healthy from the inside out and teach others the same thing for more than a decade now, and it's super important to me to help others uncover the lies that they believe about themselves and replace those lies with the truth of who they are in Christ, and to help them discover why we do what we do that keeps us in the same place that we don't want to be in. I started my weight loss journey when I was 14 years old. Yeah, seriously, I've been dieting a really long time, like as long as I can remember. I'd lose weight, gain it, and then do it all again and find myself right back where I started. And it wasn't until last year that I really started to understand the correlation between our minds and what we think about affecting our external circumstances, including weight. So what I mean is this: I spent a lot of time trying to change the external without first dealing with the internal. The changes on the outside were always short-lived until last year when I started being way more intentional about my mental health and taking some more time to ask myself some really hard questions. And I share a lot more about my story on my website, so if you guys are interested, I'll link that below. But over the last 3 years, I've lost 55 pounds. And 25 of those pounds have been lost doing Nutrisystem. So today I'm going to be answering the question, how do I get started with Nutrisystem to help you get ready for your first month and give you some tips on things that you can do to prepare even before your first order has arrived. If you haven't ordered yet though, I'll link a code in the description, like I said earlier, for you to save 50% off. So just click on that and you'll instantly get your discount. So the first thing I would recommend doing is clear some space. Find a place in your kitchen to store your non-perishable foods, preferably away from your family's unhealthy stash of chocolate chip cookies. I was shocked at the amount of food when I got my first order, and I wished that I had prepared a place ahead of time. It just makes things so much easier. I have a mini deep freezer in my garage to store the frozen foods in, but if you have a really small freezer at home and you don't have like a smaller external freezer somewhere, I would definitely recommend investing in one, or just telling your family like, here's my section, and just playing Tetris with the food and pray that it all fits, because it's a lot. It's an entire month's worth of food at once, and most of us are used to just shopping for like a week or a couple of days at a time. At least that's how I work. So once your order arrives, you're going to want to sort out your stash. When your order arrives, take time to put away and organize your items. The meals and snacks are color-coded for your convenience. So the breakfasts have yellow labels, lunches have blue labels, dinners have red labels, and snacks have purple labels. All of the non-perishable items can be stored in your cabinets. If you've ordered any frozen entrees, you're going to receive those in a separate shipment that's going to be marked frozen. Keeping an organized kitchen is so helpful on these busy days when you just want to grab and go. So the first week of the program is designed to reboot your body and kickstart your weight loss. You're going to receive a specially designed week 1 guide to help maximize your results. This first week includes Nutrisystem meals, snacks, and shakes for each day. If you're on a personalized program, be sure to check the Numi app for your recommended week 1 sample menu. Okay, you're going to receive 7 Nutrisystem shakes to use as your morning snack during this first week, and these shakes are packed with protein and probiotics to support digestive health and help shrink your belly as part of a balanced diet and healthy lifestyle. You're going to want to space your meals and snacks about 2 to 4 hours apart. The only groceries you're gonna need during this first week are at least 4 servings of non-starchy vegetables a day. All right, once you finish your first week, you're gonna move into the rest of the program and follow the quick start guide in your order. The biggest difference is that you're gonna add in more groceries like power fuels and smart carbs and extras. And if you don't know about smart carbs and power fuels, stay to the end of this video. I'll be linking all that information there. Okay, before your items even arrive, you can go to the Noom app and download the grocery guide. I would familiarize yourself with this as soon as possible. It's really helpful. Remember, all new things seem really hard at first, maybe confusing even the first few times we do them, but once you get into the groove of it, it's gonna be much easier, and your grocery guide is gonna include a list of veggies to add every day. So you're gonna wanna add in a lot of veggies. At least 4 servings a day is what they recommend. Generally speaking, 1 serving is a half a cup cooked or 1 cup raw of non-starchy vegetables. So think like leafy greens, carrots, tomatoes, peppers. Try loading up on veggie-heavy salads and incorporate vegetables into your Nutrisystem dishes. For some really great ideas on how to do this, check out my What I Eat in a Day on Nutrisystem video. I'll link that in the description for you. Your grocery guide is gonna also include a list of power fuels and smart carbs. Power fuels refers to high-quality proteins and healthy fats like lean meats, fish, low-fat yogurt, nuts. Smart carbs are nutrient-rich carbohydrates and they're packed with fiber. So examples of these are going to include fruit and starchy veggies and whole grains. Again, for more on smart carbs and power fuels, stay till the end. All right, so free foods. Free foods are optional foods that contain fewer than 10 calories per serving. These include add-ons that enhance your flavor like vinegars, spices, herb, broth. You can have as many free foods as you like. Some staple free foods that you might want to consider having on hand include cinnamon, black pepper, lemon juice, salsa, hot sauce. Those are some of the extras that I would definitely keep on hand. All right, let's talk about extras. This term refers to mealtime add-ons, and they're a little higher in calories than the free foods, and they typically are between 11 to 35 calories per serving. These include things like popcorn and dressing, honey, ketchup, mayo. You're just gonna wanna limit your extras to 3 servings a day. The grocery guide does a great job of explaining what the serving sizes look like for common extras. Now that you familiarized yourself with your grocery guide, it's time to hit the store. All right, you're gonna grab some fruit and starchy veggies, whole grains, beans to cover your smart carb needs, and some non-starchy veggies for your vegetables. Maybe some frozen fruits and frozen veggies. Those are some of my go-to favorites. Bags of frozen vegetables are just so easy to incorporate in all of these meals, and they work really great. It's a good idea to think about how you plan on eating your produce. Like if you're making smoothies, do you need other ingredients like almond milk? If you're gonna prepare several mason jar salads ahead of time, do you need the jars? Do you need the salad dressing? Here's a little tip that I've learned over the last year that has really helped me. I try to go to the grocery store early in the day to avoid decision fatigue, and it's usually much less busy, so I have time to like peruse the aisles, and I don't feel that need at the end of the day to eat the entire grocery store, and I'm exhausted from making decisions, a million of them, by the end of the day. It's a great idea to just bring along your grocery guide in case you need it, but I just find it easier to plan before I go shopping and make a list of things I need for my power fuels and smart carbs and veggies. Another great thing to do before you start your program is to take measurements along with your weight. The scale doesn't always tell the whole story, so grab a tape measure and log your measurements in the Noom app. And just a little side note here, if you don't know how to use Noom, I did an entire video for you. I will also link that in the description below and at the end of this video so you can find it easily. Documenting your weight is a great way to hold yourself accountable, and doing it in Noom is going to give you a great visual of how you're doing. So my very last tip for getting started right with Nutrisystem is to track your food, water, and workouts. Tracking may seem a bit overwhelming to think of doing, but with Noom, it's super easy. And research shows that tracking your food, activity, and weight can help you lose more weight. It's also a great way to hold yourself accountable and get a good visual of how you're doing. If you run into any snags with your program, you can reach out to one of the Nutrisystem coaches and they'll be there to help you. But they always ask if you've been tracking using Noom so that if there's a need, they can troubleshoot with you. video. All right, so these are my best tips for getting started with Nutrisystem as a brand new, never did this before person. I hope that this video has been helpful for you today. If it has, please give it a thumbs up so that YouTube is going to show my video to others who might need this information as well. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And oh, I didn't forget, the information about smart carbs and power fuels are coming right up.